Hi, I'm Jeff Bezos, the bald, rich Santa Claus, coming to you from this Amazon warehouse. Just reminding you, the consumer, that we at Amazon are not only doing our best to get you your items, but we are also taking strides to look out for our workers. Amazon cares. We care so much about the safety and happiness of our employees that it's beyond care. It's love. We treat each and every employee at our facilities with the respect and empathy that humans deserve. Hey! Who said you could go on break? Get your ass back to the shipping area or your shitty fucking kids lose their health insurance. You understand me? At Amazon, you can expect top-notch service to ease your mind and simplify your shopping experience. All you have to do is tell your Amazon Echo what it is you want, and our wonderful warehouse workers will have your order sent out within an hour. Did you hear that, Johnny? Within an hour, not within the century. Don't you make me come over there. Don't you dare make me come over there. I'll make you polish my fucking head again. So don't worry about your orders. Amazon has it covered. Just keep giving us money, and I'll keep abusing these employees at your benefit and mine. Amazon. Ignore the ethics of it. And it's pretty convenient.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Short News Podcast with your host, Alex Mador.
What you're asking for has got a powerful price.
What is up? Welcome back to the Short News Podcast. We got a very, very special episode today. We welcome a guest to the show, Kyndra Crump. She is a very funny comedian, has a YouTube channel that you should check out. I will put the link in the bio of this episode. Definitely subscribe. Also, if you could subscribe to my channel as well, Alex Mador, Madore, that would be really cool. I will definitely be thankful. And I know she will be thankful if you subscribe to her channel. Anyways, we're going to get into that discussion in a moment. I wanted to see if there was any other housekeeping we needed to do. There's not any Ted Cruz content, so I can save that for Thursday's episode. I don't have any big updates for you guys. I might, be Twitch streaming this week, so check that out. I'll put a link to all of these things in the description. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Mador, and I'm joined with a special guest, Kyndra Crump. Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, thank you for, first off, not thinking I was a bot or spam and just deleting my message. Y'all, I was on his Section 8 waiting list, and I got approved. It took a while, y'all, but we here.
I'm sorry. I'm, so bad at responding to messages. It's something I'm working on. I have
It's okay. Listen. Better late than never. So you're good, honey. You're good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I haven't had a guest on in such a long time. So, I haven't really had a lot of social interaction because of this pandemic, and I've kind of gone deep into my turtle shell, and this is me trying to get out now because it's time to get back to the real world,
Hey, it's okay.
So, how are you doing?
Hey, everything is everything. I haven't pimp slapped nobody, but it's still early. But you can still pimp slap somebody early in the morning. My cat almost got the upper hand. As I'm looking at her right now while she's staring into space. Do you have pets, or did you grow up with any pets?
I love cats. I have a cat as well. Her name is Susie.
Okay, would you? My cat's name is Tony. What breed is your cat?
She is a like a calico mix. We're not really sure because we found her off the street.
So were you just walking one day, taking a midnight or day stroll, and then you just seen this random cat? Like, hey, you're gonna come home with us. How did your cat come into your life?
So we were out drinking, me and my partner, and we came home. This is when we still lived in New York City, and this cat was just sitting outside our apartment, came up to me and was like, meow. And I was like, oh, wow. And my partner, Ashley, she was like, oh my God, like, pick her up, bring her in. Like, we gotta help her. So I picked her up, brought her inside, and she hid in the bathroom for a while. And we were like scared to go in there because we were like, oh my God, we just brought this wild cat from the street into our home, and now it's in our bathroom. So I'm like peeing in garbage bags in the kitchen away from the bathroom because like I'm just like I don't want to get scratched like while I'm trying to pee. And eventually I got sick of that. It's like 1 a.m. I go in there, the cat is as sweet as can be, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been like afraid of nothing this whole time. And that's how we got her.
That is, well, you know what? You were peeing in the garbage can? Okay. So how often were you, wait, so many questions are in my head. Wait, okay. So you peed in the trash can. Did you where'd you dispose of the urine? Like, did you go outside and just?
Yeah, because I had it in like a garbage bag, and then I'd immediately just bring it outside and throw it in the because we lived in the basement apartment, so I could just go right out.
Okay.
To the garbage.
I hope nobody got hit with the pee.
I hope nobody.
Oh my gosh.
Taking the garbage out, just like, oh no, like that would be a mess. But
I mean, hey, anything is possible. If anybody was loitering around your house, they understood that they don't do that no more. Yeah. So, like I said, I like kittens better than cats because cats are mean and they scratch up. Well, kittens do the same thing, but kittens are a little bit more playful. They'll be underneath you. Cats, I'm gonna tell you the real reason why black folks don't like cats. Because ain't no way we're gonna play with you, feed you, and you walk past us a week straight. There's no way. Okay, I don't have time for that. And then on top of that, I always wonder about an inside outside cat. Like the one, like, how do you, if they're gone for like 2 or 3 months, somehow they still show back up at their house. How do you remember where you live, man? How did you remember that this is the house? How do you know that we did not move? Like, and then on top of that, I hate homeless cats. Why do you want to be homeless? If you don't get in my car and let me love on you and take you home to some food and shelter, that's okay.
But so you have one cat?
That's it, because you know what? If the vet fees were not as expensive as they are, I'd probably have a couple more,
Yeah, same here. Exactly. But that's awesome to meet another cat person.
Yeah, I was at work yesterday, and this woman had 9 cats, but kittens, and like 7 of them were in her bag, 2 of them were in her arm, and I, played with them for like 30 seconds. It was kind of cool.
Aww.
Yeah, she's a cat rescuer, so. But she said that, I don't know, like she said that she likes kittens better because she says her cats at home are evil, and I'm like, yeah, this one's evil too, But it's okay. It's okay. Do you know how old your cat is?
Yeah, she is. So she turned 3 in July. So.
Oh shoot! My cat's the same age. They're 2 months apart. They're a month apart.
Aww.
Yeah. I know. But I don't know how well that work out. Well, what state are you in?
I'm in New Jersey.
So yeah, I'll bring Tony up there one day and see if she doesn't try to fight, your cat. And if she doesn't, then hey, they're best buds. If they do, then you know what? We tried, and everything else.
Yeah, Susie got smacked yesterday by one of the other cats here because I live with my in-laws right now, and there's 4 other cats in the house, and so Susie she's kind of scared of all of them, and she tried to pick a fight yesterday and got smacked.
It's a shame right there. Well, Susie learned today, but I mean, like, if you could secretly be an animal, what would you want to be?
Probably a cat.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was about to say, same here, same here. Like they're lazy. They can fly at people. It's amazing. They can be gone for hours, hiding in boxes and jump out at their predators. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Sleep all day.
No need to pay rent as a cat. That was
Out. They just stay in the house meowing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cats are. I used to be a dog person. Like, even though I never had pets growing up, except for fish, which I'm very suspicious that my mom like murdered all of them, because they just.
So what type of how many fish did you have?
I had a lot of goldfish, and each of their names was Seymour. First name Seymour, last name Butts. So
Okay.
Seymour Butts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like there were so many, and they each kept dying like a week later. And now looking back, I'm like, damn, what happened?
Did you ask mom why are these why Seymour Butts? You know, why is it that they keep dying? Did you ever ask mom that?
No, I just recently started talking to my mom again, like a couple of months ago, because like we, family can be very dramatic, and there's a lot of stuff went on, but at some point I'm gonna have to ask her what happened to those
That's what I learned. I learned that you have more relatives. You can have relatives instead of family. Like I'll give you a prime example. All right. So I am an enigma. Okay. And I am like probably the only enigma in my immediate and extended family. I do my own thing. I don't care. I'll be saying whatever I want to say. I'm a free spirited person. Right.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I went to Chicago over the summer to go and see, Chicago again after 5 years and go see my family in quotation marks, especially with one cousin of mine. I was like, oh yeah, cuz we gonna we gonna hang out, whatever. If not hang out, we gonna go and do what cousins do, whatever. Probably go smoke some weed or something. I don't know. Okay, whatever cousins do. Because I remember looking at, like, my family, both of my, I got my dad's side of the family's in Arkansas, my mom's side of the family's in Illinois. So, of course, growing up, I always wanted that family, dynamics of, y'all go to school go to school together. You guys fight like the other kids in the neighborhood together. Like, that's what I wanted. That seems cool. But one thing I learned is if you guys don't grow up together, that type of reality ain't gonna really happen. And so with all that being said, me per se, I went there and I literally, first off, I was trying to figure out where I was gonna end up staying. Thank God I had got a homegirl of mine who was in town at the time with her husband, and they allowed me to stay there instead of me paying for a hotel. And like 12 hours before I'm leaving, everybody on like I said, my mom's side of the family finally calls and they're like, oh, well, come over. Yeah, let me tell you something. They didn't take me out. They were like secretive about, I was at, in Chicago. How familiar are you with Chicago?
Not very. I've been once in my life.
So, in Chicago, they're notorious for a lot of gangs and everything else like that. And so I was asking them, because I'm a little ratchet. Well, sometimes depends on the day. I might be very ratchet or, little. But, I'm like, I like going to the hood. I like knowing about gang life and all that other type of, stuff like that, right? And so I was asking one of them, I said, hey, so tell me where this gang is at, or where all this that type of stuff. One of the cousins who I thought I was going to be cool with and be down with, he's like, why you want to know that? Is that why you came out here? And why don't you do something else that's not gang related? And I'm like, sir, are you gonna answer the question or not? Okay, I already did that. I already went to this tower. I already went to MJ's house. Okay, they told me to get off his lawn. All right, so I already did all this type of stuff. Okay, so I already know these things. All right, but with that being said, I really, that last night we didn't do nothing. We really did nothing. Just we stayed up in the house with each other. And, it just really was like a disaster. And my homegirl and her husband said, Kyndra, we could have taken you out if we, we were going to do that at least your last day here. We would have gone to go get some food or whatever. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's okay. Now I know. And I think what it was for me, I was trying to create this fantasy, or I was being in denial about who my family, was. And I was hoping, for the better with them, right? But like I said, man, some people just ain't it, man. It's okay. Let me tell you something. It's 5 of us, right? Out of all 5, I got one who actually really laughs at my jokes. Out of that one, he's canceled again because he's like, oh, you're trying to chase your dreams and the world is ending and the dollar's losing its value and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, okay, sir, even if that's the case, the dollar's losing its value, all that type of jazz and whatnot. You think I'm supposed to be sitting in the corner, not going to work, collecting dust? Okay, being afraid of the world. If the world doesn't end into 100 or 200 years from now, after I've been long gone, God's gonna look at me and be like, Kyndra, you actually listened to him? What was the point? Why were you doing that? Why did you decide not to go after your dreams? I gave you the dream for a reason. Tell you, man, you start going after your dreams, start doing stuff, you're gonna have different people. Now, again, what he's saying more than likely is true. Okay, yes, the world is ending. The dollar's losing its value. We're going into a cashless society, all that type of stuff. You still have to do something with your life. Don't just sit here and do nothing with your life. Okay? And I think, like I said, man, it's to me is just amazing when you tell, when people find out what you're doing. Like, even when it came to me trying to, go, when I first started putting my comedic videos out there and everything else like that, there were people I let cheat off my paper in school who wouldn't even repost my material. If it wasn't for me, you still be 20 years old in the 8th grade, ma'am. But it's okay. People are just haters.
I totally know the feeling. Like, it's been because I've tried a lot of things. Like, I started out making music. And then I started.
Oh, really? What were you trying to be? Were you trying to be like, I was going to compare you to Diddy. No, but I'm never comparing nobody to Diddy. He's a horrible person. Were you trying to be like Timberland? What were you trying to be like?
I started out with a lot of like guy with acoustic guitar type music. Mostly just because like I thought that girls would talk to me. And I was in high school.
Really? So what did girls talk, but it wasn't the girls that you had wanted?
No, it kind of helped. It helped during high school, but people see through that. And then I actually learned to love music and making it and the craft. And then I started doing a lot more pop music. And now I do like pop with a little bit of rap with just I try to mix different genres, and it's not really like my main thing anymore. But it was so hard to get people I know to just listen to that stuff. For some reason, like, even just listening to it, they just don't care. And so, I get where you're coming from.
Oh, of course. And, one thing I realized is that people want to see you do good, but never better than them, and so once you realize that, your life will be a lot better than where it's at. Don't worry about if a person is congratulating you or cheering on you, or you keep on checking every day. Listen, the people, it's gonna come. You're following your grow, or whatever it might be. Don't be too concerned about that. It gets hard, but it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's the thing. It's like you want people to see, oh yeah, she's doing good. But if people don't root for you, as long as you cheering for you, that's why I would say, man, just have faith in God and allow Him to do the rest, and not sit here and worry on if this person is going to respond back to your message or not. Like, it gets hard, it gets tough, but it's like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's really important to believe in what you're doing, believe that what you want to do is like you can do this. It's something that I've had to grapple with a lot. Like I wasn't really putting myself out there before the pandemic, and then once, like, I was just like sitting around playing World of Warcraft, smoking weed, and like not going outside because I was like afraid of people. And then like pandemic hit, I started really buckling down on podcasts. I started making music like a machine all of a sudden, like just cranking songs out and tweeting like a lot more. And yeah, like I was afraid in those times, like, but all of a sudden it like I didn't need to go to my friends anymore to be like, hey, can you listen to this? I had like people I didn't even know that on Twitter that would listen to what I was saying. And you know, there were always people that would be like you suck, you should give up, and like, oh, like I hate
did they have like emojis for pictures, like character emojis?
Yeah, exactly. Like Red Foreman from That 70s Show as their picture. So like people like that coming out of the woodwork and saying things, but you know, it's people though. Like, I mean, at least they're like their eyes are on it, and that was cool. Just as someone who like I said, like nobody wanted to like check out his SoundCloud. All of a sudden, like things had shifted slightly.
Okay, you mentioned a couple points. Okay, you said you was just smoking weed and everything. I want to go back to that part. Give me the first time getting high story. What was your all-time favorite strain? Do not say indica, sativa, or hybrid. And have you ever smoked with a celebrity before?
So my favorite strain is Blue Dream. I could have had the chance to smoke with Lil Dicky, and I fucked up and I didn't go.
Oh no, what happened?
He came to my college my freshman year, and I went to the college.
Well, shout out the college you went to. Go ahead, shout it out.
Shout out Union College.
Okay.
Skizzy Mars went there. He dropped out after year one.
I don't even know who Skizzy Mars is, but go ahead.
His performance was garbage that night. He opened for Lil Dicky. So my roommate went out. He was like, hey, do you want to like go out to this frat? And I was like, no, not really. Lil Dicky was there after his concert, and he was like smoking with all of them, including my roommate. And he said something to my roommate along the lines of like, not gonna lie, I feel like Johnny Manziel right now. And I'm like, damn, that's the most Dicky thing to say. But so that was like, I could have, and I screwed up so badly.
Did you feel any regret, like still to this day, or you've forgiven yourself?
I definitely, I mean, I've forgiven myself, but there's definitely that voice in my head that's like, dude, you fucked up big time. That could have been like, but at the same time, what would have come of it other than like a cool story, I guess. But what about you?
All right. Oh, did you name the strain that you had, and how old were you when you first got?
Oh. Okay, so so strain, I guess, so Blue Dream, but now that I think about it, also Candy Kush was another one I had in high school that I haven't been able to find again, but it was amazing, smelled amazing, like smelled just like candy. It was insane. So so first time getting high, I was 15. It was 2011. And my friend lived across the street from me, and he was like, hey, like come over, like let's hang out. And it was like a couple hours before my brother's birthday dinner. We were going out as a family so
this must have been like in the summertime, or was this like on the weekend?
This was November, in the like beginning of November on the weekend. I was like,
okay, cool.
Very, very straight edge of a person, like anti-drugs, like the police during the DARE program in 5th grade.
You know what? Like, sometimes I feel myself being in police when I be just sitting here, people watching, and I be in my car and I be looking, and I'm like, you weren't supposed to do that, you know. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, they made us sign a contract in 5th grade saying like, you're not going to do drugs, and if we arrest you, then we're going to show you this contract and shame you. And it was like, wow.
Did I get that same? I'm sure we all I'm sure we all have did that. Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? They recently, not too long back, a few years back, they took weed off the DARE program. Like they took it off, but other drugs are pretty bad. But go ahead.
So, I mean, I'm glad they took it off, definitely. Like, I can't believe they even still have that program. But, so, yeah, my friend invites me over, and he's just sitting there smoking in front of me, and I'm like, wow, honestly, like, that looks really cool, and that, like, smells really cool, and it was bringing me back to when, like, I guess, like, I had a flashback to my dad, like, smoking weed in front of me as a kid, and I was like, whoa, that's a crazy flashback. Like, I should try this too. And I can say this about my dad because he works for a cannabis company now. So I don't think he'll mind. But so I was inspired. I learned it from watching you, Dad, like the anti-drug commercial. And I told my friend, I'm like, hey, like, can I have a hit of that? It smells really good. Like, kind of want to try it. So I took a hit. Just high off my ass, like, not immediately, but maybe like 10 minutes after the hit, and my mom calls, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, what? She's like, you're supposed to be home right now, like, it's Jack's birthday, we're going out to dinner. And I had completely forgotten. I'm like, oh shit, like, I smell like weed, I'm high, I'm very hungry, and my eyes are so red. And my friend, he's like, all right, sprays me with cologne. Like,
oh, wait, not you smelling like cologne and weed.
Yeah, exactly. Douses me in cologne, gives me some mint gum, puts Visine in my eyes, and sends me on my way. And I just get in the car, we go to this cookhouse as a family, and I'm sitting there just trying to keep my composure. Like, there's so much going on around me, and the waitress comes, asks us what we want. I order, like, the most I've ever ordered, like, at any restaurant in my entire life. And my mom was definitely very suspicious. Like, she was super sus. Like, she was like, Alex, you never eat. Like, why all of a sudden are you so hungry? And I was like, oh, I'm a growing boy. That's all. But yeah, I got through that dinner, and it was good for a while. I didn't really get caught for a very long time.
That's great. And you know what? Speaking of that, I have this game. I got a game. It's called Puff Puff Pass Game, and that's another game in here. I got these. It was these card games. I got this card game. If you hear that, that's my little rolling tray. I don't even like smoke weed like that anymore. I'm at a point where I'm really every now and again with it. Okay, here it is. Smoke pass or pull. Okay, so I'm at a point now where it's like I take months apart, and because I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? I like to be, and I don't know if you can attest to this or not, but I like to be productive. The problem is, in Jersey, you guys are legalized, so you guys will be able to have dispensaries being built pretty soon. Okay. So, but here in Georgia, it's not going to be legal until a very long time from now. Right. Now, they decriminalize it where, okay, if you get caught with it, it's a $75 ticket, depending on how big or how small it is or whatever, but still it still is like how you guys can have different strains and everything else like that. It's not going to be like that out here. We have different strains, but it's like the same Zaza. And then people want to claim it's Zaza, but it's really not Zaza. Like, people, let me ask you something. Have you ever been like, had somebody like put oregano, like to make it? So was that your first time shopping with that person?
Yes, it was. This was at college, and it was some douche that was a year above us.
Where'd you? So he went to school with you guys, or he was just some random kid, around the school?
He went to school with us. Yeah.
Did anybody Anybody, like, well, did he do that to anybody else, or that was like, pretty much like beginner's bad luck?
He became notorious for doing stuff like that.
Wait, okay, so once you realize, how'd you realize it was oregano? Like, how'd you realize that?
My older friend showed up, and he was like, "That stuff looks weird," because he had sold it to us as like, "Yo, I got a good deal on shake," and we were like, "Oh, okay, that's awesome." So we were like, "This tastes weird when we're smoking it," and my friend finally shows up and he tastes some of it, and he's like, "Dude, this is oregano. This literally is cooking product. This is literally like spices for cooking or herbs for cooking," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, we just got
How much did he sell it to you for?
Like, jeez, how much did he? That must have been.
Did he overprice you, if you remember?
Well, he said it was like, he said it was a really good deal for shake, and I, having been so inexperienced at the time, I didn't really know what was and wasn't a good price. Like, I was buying in eighths at the time.
Got it. So, okay, so basically, word really didn't get out about him being a janky seller until you did it, after you shot with him, or was it like kind of before then, but you didn't really hear about it?
There were people who were always like, "This guy is a bad guy," but because mostly just because he was kind of a jerk to people. But we didn't realize he was a scammer until that happened, and then all of us, because it was a whole group of us that he like scammed, and we all told people, and from then on.
So, did nobody beat him up or what? Nothing happened. What happened to him? Nobody fought him. I mean, you can't really fight him.
He's a big dude. He's a really big dude, but
he's a Debo.
He got kicked out of the school, and he has a kid now.
I wonder if his kid's gonna grow up like him. Why do you know? What do you remember? Why he got kicked out of school?
I think it was related to selling drugs.
Of course, investigation.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say next? Okay, well, have you had anybody try to like? Because like I said, man, people claim that I've had. Let me ask you something. Do you feel like women should get a discount on weed, or do you feel like everybody has to pay the same price, male or female?
Well, I think that's a really interesting question, and I think that'll be a lot like even more interesting when we start seeing like federal legalization in the country, because then you could see things like discounts on like certain days for women, and that would be really cool, or like a senior discount. I almost just said, or a children's discount, but no, don't do that. Weed is not for kids. But yeah, that would be cool. Like, I think that's cool, and I think some weed dealers probably already do that. They definitely did that at my college out of hopes that they would get a little more than payment out of the person.
Yeah, I have not had any guy. You know what? I've had a few plugs over a course of time. None of them ever discounted, and one was trying to holler at me. I'm like, at least you can do is make me wanna. Oh, I like you, sir. I can't tell. Okay, this is still. I'm still paying a lot of money for this. Okay, this is still a lot. Okay, when? Oh, I didn't know you like me. You like me? Give me a free 3.5 if you like me that much. I would have showed you a titty. No, they don't. They don't.
Did you ever have a dealer that gives you like a punch card where every 10 purchases you get like a free eighth?
No, I have never. I got a dealer right now, right? The man's 50. This is a true story. Okay. He's 50 years old and he is a weed man. That's already status is. Okay. But the man is 50 years old and he lives at home with his mother and his daughter. and he had his mom pick him up and drop him off pretty much every day to the spot. Or now I guess he just takes his mom's car and just drives over to where he sells. But he's not even selling in his neighborhood. He sells like 5 minutes away to a different area where they don't like nobody selling on their turf. So he's been robbed and shot at a few times.
Jesus.
All right. And that, like I said, to me, it's like it's and then on top of that, like, I'm like, bro, where are we gonna do with that? The breezeway where you sell out of? So with that being said, it to me, and then people are gonna be like, you know, and I want to clarify something for y'all, okay? At some point, at some age, you have got to. He said that he doesn't want to get a job because he said he doesn't want to feel like fighting all of his managers. So he says, I'm gonna just work for myself. This is my thing about it, right? At some point, you have to grow up from certain things. Like, you can't be a stripper for the rest of your life. Okay? You can't be a prostitute for the rest of your life. Like, you would think that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just like from a mature standpoint, you know, from a mature standpoint, you have like trying to fight for no reason. At some point, you got to grow up out of that.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's and like at what, like going back and forth to jail. Like I said, it's an immature mind state. But this particular cat, he never had a punch card. I asked him about if he has Cash App. No, I don't have Cash App because I was doing too many fraudulent activities. Oh, okay, all right. You got a lot going on, sir. So you expect me to pull out cash every single time? Every single time?
Oh, so
I don't like going to the ATM like that.
That's a whole operation.
It's like, to me, and like I said, that's why I just, for me personally, that's why I'm glad they have, you know, money services. But on top of that, like I said, man, I just feel that he, you know, and then on top of that, like I said, I just kept trying to figure out, right? I'm like, okay, he knew I graduated. He knew it was my birthday. I don't get like a birthday deal, nothing. But you're trying to holler at. That's why I said, to me, it's ridiculous. How is it that you end up, you're just pretty much like at that point where he tries to holler at every one of his female customers, I found out. So I'm like, oh, okay. But like I said, his stuff is great. He's got good stuff. But at the same time, I just think to myself, I would think that once you have kids, you want to do better with your life. He's got like 5 kids, and one of them is older than me. And I'm like, you still trying to holler at me even though your child's older than me?
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right.
No.
Got it. But no, I never had the punch card. Never. Yeah, that's pretty much it with that. You know, he subscribed to my YouTube channel, so that's good. I got him subscribed to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, my dealer found my TikTok, and I was like, oh wow, okay.
Okay? But here's my question for you. Okay, at what age do you believe a person should, if they're, you know, moving weight? I mean, if they're just selling like nicks and dime bags, at what age do you believe that they should start moving weight?
Oh God. Well, I do not know a good answer to that. I
say by like 25.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm 25. Oh no, I gotta start.
That's what I would think. I think by age 25, you should start, you know, really real deal moving weight by that age. That's my opinion. Because like I said, you're still, you know, selling nicks and dime bags. And like I said, this brother's 50 years old, right? At what age, here's my question, next question for you. Okay. At what age do you believe that a person should stop selling drugs altogether? Like they should just find a different career path? Your honest opinion.
I guess it depends on how successful and how lucrative their sales are, like how much they're making. Like if you're making like if you're making like 100K a year or more off of that, like I don't know how much money there is in that, because when I sold, I was like I was selling to frat brothers at my college, and I was like 19. So like I don't really, there wasn't that much money in it when I was doing that. So I can't even imagine like how successful it could be. But
it's not really a lot of money in weed though. It's you got to go to cocaine and meth and stuff like that. Weed is nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly. Like I was making like nothing.
Were you making minimum wage?
No, not even. Not even.
Less than that?
Off of no, because I was only selling like an ounce to 2 ounces a day, and I was going like selling like eighth by eighth to people, and it was just me, and it was just not lucrative, and I smoked a lot more than I should have.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you something, man. The notorious B.I.G. once said in 10 Crack Commandments, maybe he was talking about cocaine, but he says you don't get high off your own supply. Come on now.
I messed up.
You know what? We should have met back in there. I would have taught you the game. Here's my question: what made you decide to start selling in the first place?
I think it was just out of like I couldn't get a job on campus, and I wanted to be able to continue getting weed, but being able to kind of like get like I guess continue getting weed without losing too much money by like making it back off of selling some.
Okay, got you. Okay, I mean that's you're being honest. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
I knew people on campus that their goal was to save up for after college. They were pushing like real amounts of weight. Like I knew this one kid who I had just met him. I don't know why he trusted me with this. He's like, "Yo, check this out." Opens up his suitcase, just a whole pharmacy in there. Like literally just everything. I was like, what? How did you get all of this? It's amazing to me. But like I felt like those were the people like with the pills and the coke and with the Xanax especially.
Yeah.
Xanax was a big seller at my college.
Did you decide to switch over, or did you were like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and just still keep it?
I just I kept it with just weed. I didn't want to turn over to that, because then that's when you start being responsible for other people's safety in a way, or you could be held accountable, and I was always worried about that. So like
I love how you got a heart, man. If you a real drug dealer, you don't have a heart. You don't care about that. Kid, I'm telling you, if you decide to get in that business and you trying to be like kingpin of the year, you don't have a heart. You don't care if you selling to a pregnant mother. Oh well, it's her fault. That's how you look at it. You don't have a heart when it gets that. So what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna stop selling. What was your coming, to self moment?
So I went kind of like emotionally or mental health wise, I kind of went over the edge like towards my junior year of college, where I was like, I was selling weed to like a lot of people, and I was just not doing well emotionally. Like a lot was going on with my family, and I was taking Xanax all the time, and when I wasn't taking Xanax, I was taking LSD, and I was just going like back and forth, and eventually I like broke down, had to go to the psych ward, and I came back and I left college. So that was when I stopped. Like I moved in with my girlfriend, who's now my partner, and I just kind of hit the reset button on my life, and I stopped from there. Yeah. And then I got a job.
When you first had said partner in the beginning, like typically when people say partner, that could either mean that's like, like a cop like partner, or that you're gay. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he was gay, and so that's when you said partner, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, hey, welcome to the community then, so and everything else like that. So now I understand.
Yeah. I use partner just because like it's more like inclusive, and I'm just so used to saying that because I'm in a lot of like support groups, and they talk like that. So I don't know. I'm being trained into
And no, you're good. You're good. I'm telling you, typically when a person says like partner, it'd be like, oh, okay, they're gay. Okay, well, never would have known. Oh, well, hey, 5 people out here. I'm like, oh, you're gay. Oh, you're not gay. I thought you were, type of thing. All right, so I do want to, because I do have to go ahead and be productive, and we're gonna be here till next day and stuff like that. But I wanted to kind of ask you these puff, pass, pull questions, and you just give me your honest answer. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Have you ever called out of work to stay home and get high?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever got high and ramshacked the kitchen?
Many times. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Half baked or how high? Apple Express.
What?
Half baked, how high, or Pineapple Express?
Oh, that's a tough one. Half baked. It's been a while, but yeah.
All right. If you ever got high and fell asleep at a party?
Surprisingly, no. That hasn't happened yet.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I would not want to.
Yeah.
If it's a party like that, if it's people that I really know, I know for a fact they're not gonna do nothing. But no, I wouldn't want to. Or I fell asleep at a concert with somebody.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Concert wasn't boring. It was just that was a bad batch of weed that I got.
Oh no.
And I remember I woke up when Plies. He's my best friend in my head. When Plies came out, and I woke up and I jumped up and I started dancing. I don't know how that happened. And once he left, I just went back to sleep again. Have you ever had sex or some form of sex while you was high?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you didn't put it in on the weed that's in rotation? Too many times for me. I'm over here complaining, man, pass the blunt. But I'm like, Kyndra, you didn't put in the weed.
Oh yeah. I've done that. I've been talking and then someone will be like, Alex, you're holding the bowl, and I'm like, oh, whoops.
Have you ever been looking for something that was in your hands while you was high?
My phone, many times.
If you get paranoid when you're high?
I used to when I was younger and I lived with my mom. I would get worried that she was always around the corner.
You've ever taken somebody else's lighter, like it was in your pocket the entire time, or you did it on purpose?
Probably. Yeah, I've definitely done that once or twice.
Mm-hmm. You ever got too high off of edible?
Yes, right before I got a promotion at work.
You ever got so high you thought you need to go to the hospital?
Yes. I thought the weed gave me Parkinson's, but I just toughed it out.
Oh gosh. What about have you ever been got high and you just thought everything was funny, or it never?
Yes, definitely. There have been certain strains that I think Candy Kush is one that made me feel like that.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody at work had you ready to cuss them out, you had to go get high to calm down.
Yeah. I mean, I've smoked at work so many times.
Have you ever been drunk and high at the same time?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. Yeah.
I done it once or twice. Have you ever been high having a conversation with someone and don't hear nothing they saying?
Yeah. It's I hear it, but I don't process any of it at all.
Okay. Have you ever got high with one of your parents?
No, I wish.
Let's see. I already answered that question. You ever lost your keys while you was high?
Yes. My keys and my wallet.
How long did it take for you to finally find them?
It took me a few hours. I was going to different people's dorms. Did I leave it here? Did I it was a messy situation.
Have you ever got caught smoking somewhere you wasn't supposed to be smoking?
Yes, many times. Oh God, so many times.
Was church one of them?
Church was not one of them, thankfully. But I got caught by the police once at a park when I was 18. I got
What
caught
happened?
by so the two private detectives, or not private, two like unmarked car detectives showed up, and they were just in like plain clothes, and I thought they were just two dudes coming to have a barbecue or something. No, they were the police, and they're like, it smells like weed, and I was like, no, it doesn't. What are you talking about? They're like, yes, it does. Where is it? And my friend, or not really my friend, because after this, he was like, well, I don't have the weed, and then looks right at me. There were three of us.
Wow.
So then the cops are like searching me, and I'm like, you know what, fine, like here, I just wanted to cooperate, and they were very appreciative that I was cooperative, and I like gave up the weed, and like the whole time I'm shaking, and they like have me against the car, and they're searching me. They're like, why are you shaking? And I'm like, because you're police officers. I know what you guys do to people. I've read about police brutality. And literally the guy goes to me, two white cops. So one of them, he goes, what? Oh, why are you worried about that? You're not who we're looking for. Like, you're not the type of person we're looking for. And I'm like, okay, officer dipshit. What does that mean? That's telling of. And this was 2014. Like, people weren't as like outraged at the police as they are now. But this was my first brush with the law, and they towed my car. They gave me like a $280 fine because I had a vaporizer and weed. So they're like, oh, it's drugs and drug paraphernalia. I had to go pick up my car the next morning, pay $100 to get it out of the impound. It was ridiculous, all for literally like 1.5 grams of weed.
So that guy that did that and said that, like, after that, you didn't punch him in his face?
No, surprisingly, no. I worked with him. We both worked at the same supermarket, so I had to be kind of nice, and it was very stressful because I came home, I was like green in the face. I didn't have my car. My mom's like, okay, what did you do? You got arrested, didn't you? I was like, no, I don't know. I got a citation. I got a citation. It's different. And yeah, she was pissed.
Oh, well, I'm glad you left that supermarket job. Did you ever see that guy ever again?
I have not seen him in like 6 years. So,
Good.
yeah.
All right. Last few questions. If you ever got pulled over while you was high, you mentioned that you was in the park, but like got pulled over?
Yes, in New York City, I was high, and I was also lighting a second joint, and I turned right on a red light, and as I'm lighting the joint, I hear like the sirens behind me pull over. I eat the joint. That was my first that was my response to like, oh shit, let me just eat this joint really quickly. And it was Blue Dream, my favorite strain. I was like, god damn it, like this is such a waste. And so I'm chewing on this joint, and the cop comes around to the window, and he had a speech impediment, and I didn't realize that. So he's like, excuse me, but you toned white on wed? And I'm like, I'm white on wed? What are you talking about? And he's like, you turned white on wed. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like trying not to crack up because like this is a police officer, but like I'm like, oh my god, come on, be chill, Alex. You're high. This dude can't say his R's. You're almost laughing. This is not good. And I really had to try hard to keep my composure. I had like so much weed in the passenger seat, but like underneath the passenger seat because I had just hidden it as fast as I could. And I don't think he cared because in New York City, they like stopped looking for like weed offenses, and then they legalized it in New York like this year completely. So they were not like worried about that. I think I ate a joint for nothing.
Well, did he slap you with a ticket?
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, you got a lot of tickets going on. Well, that's the end of that game. That's the end of that. I appreciate you having me on and everything.
Thank you so much for coming. This is so much fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming, and it's a pleasure meeting you and talking to you.
All right, same here.
Okay, keep in touch.
Definitely. You take care now.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocation.exp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.